in the descriptive statistics, we have seen only the mean. Okay, but we have many more descriptive statistics. What are those descriptive statistics? Okay, one is okay. In the now we will go to the statistics beginning classes. First, they might have taught you mean, median, mode. Then they might have taught you geometric mean and harmonic mean. All these five put together, we call it as measures of central tendency. Okay, but popularly we will use mean, median, mode. Okay, so they are called measures of central measures of central tendency. Okay, then we might have studied range, quartile deviation, mean deviation, then standard deviation. What do you mean by standard deviation? How the values are deviating from the mean. Deviation. We have mean value. Each values how they are deviating. That is called the standard deviation. All these deviations, range, quartile deviation, mean deviation, and the standard deviation, we call these are all measures of dispersion. Disperse, change, range, deviate. Measures of dispersion. Then you might have studied skewness and kurtosis. Whether it is normally distributed or whether it is picket curve, other whether it is the plateau cutting, so like that cutting. Otherwise, we will have a whether there is a positive skewness or negative skewness, right? So we have a skewness. This skewness and kurtosis, we call it as they are all measures of distribution, how the data is distributed. Now, to find out everything, we have only here. Now, let me go to the statistics. So, these are all these skewness kurtosis, measures of distribution. Then, this is standard deviation range. This is measures of dispersion. Then, mean, median, mode. This is called measures of central tendency. So, these are all discussed. Whenever you have data, so these are all the this data will describe what is the mean, average, how the data is dispersed. So then Sumaran sir will be interested to know about the risk. Okay, the risk means deviating from the mean risk. Okay, so that is we will use standard deviation or scale interpretation once more. Scale interpretation. Okay, now we will have the okay. So dispersion range. So otherwise we will say standard deviation is the measure of risk deviation. Okay. Then whenever you have any data, we can find out mean and we can find out standard deviation to know about the dispersion. Then we can know about the distribution, normal distributed or not. So by using skewness and kurtosis. So these are all the basic descriptive statistics. Okay. So now we know that frequency and mean for this one. Right. Very good. Now, okay. Now I will go to the old man situation. What is the old man situation? The old man, okay, that is the mall owner. Okay, he is asking the person who has done a project in the mall, what projects he has done? He has done the customer's perception or customer satisfaction. Now the old man is asking a question. What is the level of, what is the average satisfaction of the people? What is the satisfaction of the people? Then liking we have used. Then from that information, we are finding out a mean. Let me find out the mean. What is the mean? Let me use a mean again. Okay, for a liking. My mean is, what is my mean? My mean is 2.37. Then I have told, okay, I have told what is the meaning of 2.37. Now in a 5-point scale, what is scale number 3? Neutral, which means he does not like or he likes. Neutral. What do you mean by 1? Does not like. What do you mean by 5? Strongly like. So neutral. If the mean value is more than the neutral, which means they like. When the mean value is less than the neutral, which means they do not like. Okay. Now, this girl is telling to the owner, "Arey sir, the customers on an average, they are not liking sir. They are not liking your malt sir." When somebody says the customers are not liking your malt, what the malt owner will think? The malt owner, he will think, what happened? What happened? Then he will start thinking whether the old people are not liking or young people are not liking. Or people who purchase more items are liking, or people who purchase less items are not liking. So which means he will try to link two variables. So liking is one variable, age is another variable. Now age is one variable, liking is another variable. Now he is trying to know which age category people are not liking. Liking, age. Then we are taking the gender, whether male liking or female are not liking. So we want to know who is not liking. For example, we are asking the customers, why the employees, okay, whether they are satisfied. We want to know the employees in which section are not liking, the employees of which age experience are not liking. Then only we can take action. So now the old gentleman will try to compare which age category. Suppose if the old persons are not liking, then he will treat the old person differently. He will do something so that he will satisfy those old customers. So we want to know the reasons for not liking. So for that, we need to link another variable with that liking variable so that we can get more and more information. So now what we are doing is, earlier we have taken only one variable, that is a univariate. We have taken only liking. We have done a mean. We have taken only the gender. We have seen a frequency. So if you take only one, then your analysis will be restricted to mean and frequency. So now we want to know more and more reasons for not liking. So we are taking more variables. So now we will go to the another one, that is the two variables. So we are going to take bivariate. So now we are going to take bivariate, which means we are going to take two variables. We are going to take two variables. Now I am going to take two variables. Okay, two variables I am going to take. Okay, so now variable 1, variable 2. Now I know that there are four kinds of variables, four types of data. One is nominal, ordinal, interval, ratio. Now, when I take two variables, my first variable may be of type nominal because I am having many variables. I am taking two variables. The first variable may be of any one of these four. Let us assume that it is nominal. The second variable, that is also possibility of nominal. So there is a possibility both nominal. Then what is the another possibility? One variable nominal, another variable in ordinal. That is another possibility. What is the third possibility? First variable nominal, second variable interval. What is the fourth possibility? Nominal, ratio. Okay. Then next, ordinal, ordinal, ordinal interval, ordinal ratio, interval ratio. Like this, I will get 4 different combination. Then for a different combination, I have a 10 different combination. Then for each combination, I have to use a different tool, which means I need to have a 10 different tools to deal with the 10 different combinations. Now what happened? Already people are not, see, whenever they do research, first they will start doing research, they will say, hey, I have attended workshop, I will do on my own. First, sometimes they will do, first they will start doing analysis, then they will discuss with people, other people, they will say like that, this one. After some time, some people will tell, hey, don't do this, all these things. It is better to give statistician. Okay, so when you have so many tools, understanding will be difficult of all those tools. So then people will go to statistician. Now, I do not want that situation to happen. So now I got 10 different combination. Why I have 10 different combination? Because I have these 4 data types. I do not want these 4 data types here. I want to restrict these 4. Okay, oh, I have 4. I do not want 4. Then how to restrict? Now I am thinking. What I am thinking? Nominal and ordinal. What I am using? For nominal and ordinal, I am using frequency. So which means, now frequency means there also I am counting the numbers. Number of female, number of male. Now ordinal, number of school people, number of college people. Here also I am counting. Which means treatment given to nominal, treatment given to ordinal, both are same. Then why should I have a 2 different variable, 2 different types? Not necessary. Not necessary. So I can call with one name. What name I can give? What name I can give? In a nominal data, gender, I have 2. I have male and female. I have 2 categories. In a nominal data variable, gender, I have 2 categories. In a ordinal data, for which we have taken education as an example, there I have 4 categories. So which means I am using one word common to both. There 2 categories. Here, there also you can have many categories. In our example, we have 2 categories. You can have any number of categories. But nominal all variable will have categories. Ordinal variable, here we have 4 categories. You can have any number of categories. So, but it will have categories. Which means, okay, some people, they call it as frequency based variable. No. We will give some interesting name or logical name to this one. We can call both together as a categorical variable. We can call these 2 variables put together as a categorical variable. Nominal variable also categorical, ordinal variable also categorical variable. Right. Now, next one, okay, interval variable. Interval, we are using a mean. Ratio, we are using a mean. Then we can call it as mean based variable. Okay, that we have used the scale to measure. We are measuring. What is the income? What is your opinion of 5-point scale? So this we can call it as metric. We can call it as metric. So nominal, ordinal, or frequency based variable, we can call it as categorical variable. Interval, ratio, where we are measuring, so we can call it as metric variable. So finally, We can say there are only two types of variable. One is categorical variable, another is a metric variable. We can forget nominal, ordinal, interval ratio. Okay, so we have only two, category and metric. Okay, we are going to deal with only two variables. So all the analysis are based on these two types only. All the variables, whether it is discriminant analysis or SAM, anything, we are going to use only these two types of variable, category or metric. Okay, so all analysis based on only these two categories, these two types. So now, see, in the entire world, we have so many problems, so many issues, so many stories, so many people have written books about the people, but in the people, there are only two categories, male and female. Only with the two categories, we have so many. Like the same here, we have only two types of data. One is category and metric. Okay, so all the analysis is based on only these two types of variable, right? So now again, let me put what is category variable. Normally, nominal, ordinal, right? In a category variable, when a data set is given, whenever the options are given, okay, the values, some values are given, one is assigned to something. Whenever some options are given, 1, 2, like that, then that is a categorical variable. So only for which we can use only frequency. We can use only frequency. If you find out mean, it is meaningless. For example, you have put a gender 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2. If you put a mean, what will happen? You will get 1.3. What is the meaning of 1.3 gender? No meaning. So for a categorical variable, we can find out how many male, how many female. We cannot find out mean. We cannot find out mean. Now, metric variable, where scale, if you look at the variable, they might have given scale, 5-point scale or actual amount for which we can find out a mean. Mean will be meaningful. Mean will be meaningful, right? Mean will be meaningful. So category means frequency, metric means mean, average. For the average, there will be meaning, right? So now we have only two types of data. Okay, now let us take two variables. Variable 1, variable 2. Variable 1 may be category, and variable 2 may be also category. Variable 2, it may be category or it may be metric. Okay. Variable 3, type 3, option 3. Option 1, category, option 2, category metric, option 3, metric category, option 4, metric. Can we have these four options, probability? 4 options are possible. Now, for example, right, somebody, right, we have Gopinath sir here. So Gopinath sir and his wife, they are going to the cinema theater to watch a movie. Gopinath sir sitting in the inside, the wife is sitting before them. Now Gopinath sir in the break he went to buy some the popcorn and coming back. So now what happened? Now left he is sitting the first and the wife is sitting the other side. Now whether Gopinath sir sitting in this side or that side, the wife is sitting that side, this way. He is Gopinath sir and his wife. Okay, whether he is sitting this side or that side, nothing will happen. So whether the category variable is sitting here or this side, nothing will be there. Now, no difference. So, we will not have metric category. That option number 3, which I have put red, no, that is not there. So, finally, we have only 3 possibility. One is possibility, both variable category, for which we can find out frequency, number, how many people. Then second one variable is category, another variable is metric. For one variable, we can find out frequency. For another variable, we can find out mean, average. Third option, for both variable metric, for both variable, we can find out frequency. These are all the three options. Now, if I ask anybody, what are the students, what analysis you have done, they will say, sir, I have done chi-square, sir. Sir, I have done ANOVA, sir. Sir, I have done correlation, sir. They will tell like that. Why they are telling like that? Now, when you take both variable category, then you have to use chi-square. Okay, if you take category and metric, then you have to use ANOVA. If you use both variable metric, then we have to use correlation, right? So now, if you have two variables, both are category, then chi-square. When you have two variables, one is category and metric, then we have to use ANOVA. Both variable metric, then you will be using correlation. That is why these three analyses are popular and powerful. Now, okay, so we are going to take two variables and we are going to decide. Now, with this, our today's presentation is over. Now, let me conclude. All right. So now, first we said there are four types of data: nominal, ordinal, interval. You can memorize, you can put it in your mind. Nominal, ordinal, interval, ratio. All right. So nominal, only description. Ordinal, order. Interval, order and distance equal interval. Ratio, description, order, interval, and the zero origin ratio we can find out, right? Then with respect to analysis, for nominal frequency, how many people, ordinal frequency, then interval mean, ratio mean. So now, see, by taking only one variable, doing analysis will not be useful. We have to combine more variables, then only we can find out reason for satisfaction, so that the management can take action. So we have to combine variables. So first exercise, we are going to take two variables. Whenever you take two variables, then we are going to combine ordinal, nominal and interval. We are going to call it as category variable. Now, interval ratio, we are going to call it as metric variable. So we have only two variables, category and metric, right? Now, category and category combined, we will use chi-square. Category mean combined, we will use ANOVA. When both variables metric, then we will use correlation, right? So that's all for the today presentation. Tomorrow we will have chi-square, which means we will be using both categorical variable. Both categorical variable we will use, and we will try to find out chi-square. Tomorrow for entire 2 hours, it will be chi-square only.